Hello everyone and welcome. I am so excited for today's tutorial. We're going to be doing one of our very first Easter wreaths for the season. We're going to be making this adorable little bunny grapevine wreath. This is a monochromatic, all pinks in this design. We're going to be using these beautiful little Camellia sprays, these fun little wooden daisy sprays, and some new greenery that we have. And of course, the star of our show is this cute little bunny. Isn't she adorable? So for those of you that are new, welcome. See if I can get this up here. Welcome, I am Melissa at TCT Crafts, Designs and Decor, and I am so excited to have you guys tune in today. So we're going to get started on this in just a second, but I just want to mention that all of the supplies that we are using will be listed down in the comments. So you can check out everything that we have. Everything we are using today, we do have in the shop, except for the grapevine wreath. Okay, I'm gonna drop you guys down and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I want to show you how I clean my grapevines. So I wanted to do this in case we had some new wreath makers who are not experienced with working with grapevines. So I'm gonna show you how I clean my grapevines. So what I do is I just go around and I just have my little clippers, and we're gonna clip around and get rid of some of the little spriggies. Now, I don't always do this. It really just kind of depends on the design. If it's going to be fully covered and you're not going to really see much of this, sometimes I don't worry with it, but it's a good idea to clean them up. So we're just going to snip, and then you're going to see these little pieces of grass in here and leaves. So you just want to pull those out, cut off the little pieces that are kind of in the way there or about to fall off. So this is all I do. And then if you have to get in, sometimes these little leaves, or they'll be full of leaves, and see like this little piece that's sticking out in here, I'll just cut that off. Sometimes it's full of leaves and you can just shake it, pull it out, get a needle nose plier and push them out. See these little leaves? So we'll just take those out. This one's actually not too bad. This was a 14-inch I just ordered from Michael's. So I get my grapevines. I do the bulk pack. You can get them a lot cheaper than buying them individually. The problem is you don't know which ones you're getting. So it's kind of luck of the draw. Whereas if you get them in the store, you can actually look at them. So, I mean, there's pros and cons. But for the most part, I can make them work. Because I'll show you here in a second. So let me get this out of the way. Let me cut off this little piece here. Like I said, this one's not too terrible. I mean, I've had some that have been really bad. And this one actually is pretty tight. You're going to get some, I don't have one here as an example, but you're going to get some that have really big gaps in between the grapevine. And so what you can do is just take, I just have this brown covered wire. They may even have there's a name for it, but I just take and twist it around my grapevine, tuck that little piece in, and that'll kind of help hold those grapevines together. So like I said, this one isn't too bad. I'm not going to probably go around. I just wanted to show you. So if you have some where there's too much gap in there, because that makes it harder when you're trying to glue in your greenery. If you have too much gap in there, they're just going to fall. So you have to use moss, and it's just annoying. So this one's, like I said, this one's not too bad, but that's what you would do. Okay, so let's go ahead and now let's get started. We are going to be doing an Easter design today. So one of our first Easter wreaths for this season. And I'm going to be using a little attachment. We're going to be using Miss Bunny here. Isn't she so cute? So we just got these in the shop. All the supplies will be listed down in the description of this video. Or you can scan this QR code. and that'll take you to the website. Okay, so we're going to get her situated, and then we're going to get this up. Well, we're going to do this, and we'll get our bow, and then we're going to get it up on the easel. So I think I want her just slightly off center. So we don't need our stick this long. Cut it. So this grapevine, like I said, is pretty tight. I'm going to cut it and pull it down just a hair, and then I'll pull it back up. So she's in there pretty good. So I'm just going to hit it with the glue. And then I'm going to give a little bit of moss, kind of ball it up. I'm just going to kind of tuck it in there just to kind of make sure that's in there really good. Like I said, that's pretty tight there, so I think we're good. Isn't she cute? Cute, cute. Okay, now let's get our bow. So I'm going to be using this hot pink fair silk. You know I love my fair silk, but use whatever ribbon you have. So this is going to be a very like monochromatic design. It's going to be all pink. You want to add in different colors. You can add in pinks and purples and greens and all the spring colors, but I'm going to do monochromatic today. And it is going to be all pink. So I am just going to take my ribbon, I'm going to pinch it, make a loop, pinch, and make a loop. So let me tell you how big my loops are. This first loop is about 6 inches. Well, about almost 6.5 inches. We'll just say 6.5. Okay, I'm going to twist. I'm going to make another loop, and I'm going to go up about 1/2 inch. And again, about 1/2 inch. Twist. And this thick ribbon can be difficult to work with sometimes, but it definitely makes a statement in your wreath when it's nice and stiff and sturdy. Okay, I think I'm just going to do three loops on each side. So I'm going to get a pipe cleaner. Twist. Let me cut this other tail here. Where am I getting scissors? Let me let Shelby in. Okay. So I'm going to take my little pipe cleaner and wrap it around my pick. Y'all, I ordered some more picks and I thought I ordered the right size. I thought I ordered 4 inch and I ordered 6 inch, which I already had. Okay, I'm going to put this bow right up about the between 10 and 11. Well, closer to 10. Closer to 10. And I'm going to let that dry before we mess with it too much. I'm going to add some glue on our little pipe cleaner there. Make sure it doesn't come undone. I'm not going to mess with my tails or anything just yet. But I'm going to cut this tail. And I'm going to get it added back where I want it later. It's a little trick I like to do. Okay, so before we get it up on the easel, let's anchor a little bit. So what do I want to use to anchor? Let's go in with our rose leaf. So we're going to be using this beautiful rose leaf bush. See it? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we're going to be using that bush. Giving my leaves a bend. We want movement in there. We want that drama. I'm going to go right next to that. Right next to that pick there. Okay, let's get another one. Just wrapping the stem around where it kind of came off when I pulled it apart. So we have two pieces now. Cut the stem down a little bit. Then we're going to go on the other side. Right next to that bow. Giving them a bend. Okay. So that was east and west. Let's do north and south now. Now these rose leaf have these really fun little twiggies. We'll save those because we're just anchoring right now. Okay, so we have our boat anchored. I'm going to go ahead and get it up on the easel and then we will be back. Okay, we have her up on the easel. We're going to finish going in with these few little pieces of rose leaf that we had left from anchoring. I'm just going to go right up here. I'm going straight in, giving that a bend. I'm going to wrap that around that little leaf there. Okay, let's get, we've got two little baby pieces. I'm going to twist them together. We're going to add another rose leaf bush here in just a second. Just getting our little scraps in here. And we'll open up the other one. Okay, I'm going to go straight up here. Our grapevine is going to move around a little bit on us on the easel. Then we have our twigs. So these are super fun. I'm just going to kind of give them a little twist, give them some little curlies. And then we'll figure out where we want to get them added. You can always break them up too. We might do that. We'll see. Let me see where I want them first. Digging straight down in there. That is perfect. I'm just going to kind of blend those. So let me I don't want to pull that back out because that went in just lovely. So I'm going to hit it with some glue. All right, let's get our other rose leaf. I'm going to take another one. I'm giving it a bend. We're going to go on the side over here. I'm going to get another piece, a smaller piece. Let's wrap these together. Giving them a bend. And I need to go right up in here. Straight down. Okay, now we're going to fill in down there. Coming together nicely just with this one greenery. So you don't have to use I mean, I recommend using more than one greenery personally, but you know, if you're on a budget, you can still make a pretty wreath with just one greenery. And these nicer bushes, these nicer fuller stems. I mean, they're going to be more expensive, but you get a lot of bang for your buck. And they're really nice. They don't look cheap. So I always use higher end florals on my designs. Not that I'm not going to pull in some store brand stuff, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, because I still love a good sale. So, but you can mix them, right? You can mix some of those with some higher end, and that'll keep the price down too. You mix a little bit of inexpensive with a little bit more expensive, and still get a nice quality wreath. Okay, I'm going to take another piece. I've given it a bend. Of course, we can maneuver it once we get it in here, but I'm just going to go in straight into my grapevine, but not going all the way through the back. Okay, I'm trying to keep Miss Bunny. She's gonna have a little bit of coverage around her, but I'm trying to keep her the star of the show, so we're not gonna cover her up too much anyway. She'll have a little coverage on her, but I'm gonna try to leave her exposed. Okay. Now I have another greenery. I brought in a mixed fern bush. I brought in two, but I think we probably will just be able to get away with one because we have some filler flowers and some other things to add to this design. So I'm going to take a couple pieces. I just pulled it apart. I'm just wrapping the wire around these pieces here. Be very careful so you don't poke yourself. I have done that and it is not fun. Okay. So now I have a little cluster. Giving them some movement, some bend. Okay, I'm going to clean on my end just a little bit so that it's even. We're going to start filling in with this one. Going to blend our greenery here. Okay, let's go in with another piece. This one has some fun little grasses on it, so I think we're going to do it up top because it has a little bit of height on it. We're going to kind of mix that in there with that up top. I'm going to got another little tall piece with the grass. Okay, I'm going to just take and put it right up here. Just like that. Perfect. All right. Get another piece. I'm going to cut it down. We're going to go on the side. Play with our little vines here. Give them a bend. So lots of movement. Nothing is flat against that grapevine. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to take this piece. Again, I'm just twisting the stems together. I'm going to come over here. Okay. I have a couple other pieces, but I think I'm going to wait and we'll save those as filler. We do have this other little twig, so let's see where we want to add it. Okay, I'm giving it a bend. We're going to incorporate and kind of blend this greenery in here with it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, let's add, so I want to add some of these. These are super cute. They are Globosa Spray. They're new. We've got them in this gorgeous sort of almost fuchsia color. And then we also have them in orange. So I'm going to cut these up. Actually, we may add those. I'm going to save these. We'll add those later as like filler. Because those are going to kind of pop. So let's add our flowers. So we have the Camellia sprays. I'm not sure how you pronounce them. So again, this design is monochromatic, but like I said, if you want to switch and, you know, bring in some different colored flowers, that would be pretty too. We're just going to go all pink with this one. So this one, I gave it a bend. And I'm going to bring it right kind of in here. It's going to kind of hang out that way. Okay, let's get another one. I'm giving it a bend. And it is going to go in here. Let's get another one. And I think I'm going to go straight in the side like that, so it kind of is going to hug our bow here. So I'm going straight in the side of that grapevine. Okay. And I have a little baby one. So we're going to get the baby one added really close to our bow, I think. Yes. It's got a short little stem. I'm gonna have to part the seeds a little bit on this greenery. Okay, let's get one more bush. I think we're going to use 2 of these. I brought in 3, but I think we can get away with 2. Then I'm going on the side. So I'm going on the side of the grapevine, not the front of the grapevine, the side of the grapevine. Just because I want that movement of where I want my flower. This one, I'm going to go in here, give it a bend. I want it kind of hanging out right there. Okay, I've got 2 more. I got our little baby one and I have a taller one. I'm going to go straight up. Just stuck my fingers in that glue. Just making sure I don't go up through the grapevine. Giving that a little bend. Kind of resting on her ears a little bit. We have a little hole right here where we need a tall piece of grass. So I'm going to go in with these 2 pieces from that mixed Fern spray. I'm going to fill that in right there. All right, so I brought in 2 different things and I'm trying to decide what I want to use. And we may use a little bit of both. But I brought in this pretty little filler bush. And then I brought in this one that has a little bit of the florals. So I think we'll tuck in a little bit of this. So I'm just pulling these apart into little sections. Wrapping that wire around. Cleaning up my ends. Giving these some movement, shaking hands with it. Let's get some of these tucked in. I'm going to go in there. Straight in. Bend and blend these with your greenery. Okay, let's get another piece. Really, there's no rhyme or reason where I'm putting these. So as you're designing, just look for what spot looks good. Step back and take a look at it. And if you need to move it while the glue is hot. I use Gorilla Glue, so once that glue sets, it's hard to move them. I'm going to leave that tail tucked in there, and we'll get our other tail added back where we want it later. Okay, so I'm going to step back and see where we're at. Yeah, well, that was hot. Again, I'm just blending this greenery in here with that. We have a little hole right here where I need a little piece of greenery. So I'm going to add a piece. There we go. All right. Get another piece. Giving these a bend. And we're going up top. Straight down. All the way around. I think we're going to add a couple pieces right in the center of our bow. So I have just this little piece that kind of came off. We're just going to add it. Like right here in the center. And I have one more piece. We are going to use it. Let me just pull it off that way. That'd be easier. Actually, we have two because we can tie these two together. And that'll give us two little pieces. I'm going to go in the center here. Right there in front of Miss Bunny. We can still see her. I think I want to go right here on the side. I'm going to hit that with the glue. I'm going to let it dry, and then I can kind of move those stems around where I want it. Okay, I'm going to let it dry for a second. I dropped some glue on this leaf here, so I'm just going to try to, if you drop glue on your leaf, let it dry, and then you can usually peel it off. If you can't, just snip that little leaf. There we go. It's turning out beautifully. I don't think we need to add this one. We could, but I think it's looking really good. We still have, I want to add these in there. I have one other little fun thing we might add. But let's get these added. I'm going to go right in here. I want them kind of right there. I want this one kind of coming can get difficult sometimes as you are almost done and you have so much stuff in here. You've got to part the seas to get stuff where you want it. Okay. I'm going to cut this one and this one. Then we'll have this little cluster. That I want coming down. I'm going to go straight in here. I'm just going to blend them in. And let's go kind of towards Miss Bunny a little bit. There we go. And I have one little baby piece. So I brought in, I don't know if we're going to add them, but we might, these fun little wooden daisy picks. They are so cute. And they're different because they're wooden. But this brings out a lighter pink, which I thought would be maybe a little fun. So let's see if we want to add it. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. If I don't like it, I'll pull it out. Oh, those are cute. I like it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Those are fun. So I'm going to go close to the bow. Kind of give that a bend up like that. That's cute. And then let's see where I want the other one. I'm not going to glue it yet because I want to see where I want it. I'm thinking if we kind of surround the bow with it, that would be cute. I'm going to cut this one down just a little bit. Okay, so I got one more. This is optional. Obviously, the more we add, the more cost we have. But I do think I'm going to bring in a couple more of these. At least one more. We'll see about the other one. I'm going to go, this is something different. So I think it's got a really cool effect. And they have a nice bend to them. Isn't that cute? Go one on the side over here. I'm going to make this one a little shorter. He's just going to be kind of peeking. Let's take our last one. Let's go over here. Sort of balance it out. And we have a couple pieces of greenery, so we can use it to kind of fill in where we need a little filler. It's looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna add one more piece right under here. I have one little spot in here next to our bow. I want to get it so that we can help hide our little where we tied it in with our pipe cleaner. I think we are looking really pretty good. Maybe right here we need a little tall piece. I'm gonna go in with this little fern. Like right in here. Because we want to keep with our perimeter. I think we're looking pretty good. Of course, I'll photograph this, and if I see any spots that I need to hit, or if the perimeter looks a little funny when I photograph it, then I'll add in, I'll fill it in and add it where I need it. Still feel like we got a little bit of hole there. It might just be my angle. And I don't want my grass to just be up at the top. So I think I'm going to try to get in. Let me cut it down. I'm going to try to get a grassy peak on the side over here. That spot. Maybe right in there. All right, let's add our tail back. We may need a longer tail. Depends on where we're going to add it. I think I want to add it up in here. So that should be probably pretty good. So I'm just going to pinch it, and I'm going to put it on a pick. If you don't have a pick machine, get one of those wooden floral picks and wrap your wire around it, and you'll create your own pick. But now I have a little pick on there. Y'all, sorry about my backside for just a second. Okay, here is our adorable little, let me turn it this way, it was crooked. Our adorable Easter grapevine wreath. I think she turned out beautifully. And if you can see from the side, the depth on these, we're not flat against our grapevine. We got nice movement. I think it turned out beautifully. Let me show you what we made in the designer circle, or we're actually, it may not have been posted yet, but this is an upcoming tutorial in the designer circle. We made this beautiful spring wildflower arrangement. So if you are not in our designer circle group, we would love to have you over there. If you're wanting more detailed instruction along with, Q&A, so we've got guest designers and all kinds of fun stuff planned for this year over in the designer circle. We would love to have you. But if you are new to our channel, I am Melissa Card, and we would love to have you subscribe, hit that little notification bell, and you'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time.